creator, way forward star child, Shantae, the Half-Genie hero. One of many characters who have such a high request rate to be a fighter, but as of now is in limbo. And I mean that quite literally, as we see her currently as a spirit in Ultimate. I personally still think that Shantae has a good shot of being a fighter for one of the many up-and-coming DLC updates, so she may make it in, or she may not, who knows. For now, let's just get to Shantae herself. Shantae, as I stated before, is a half-genie, with her mother being a genie and her father being human, though we've never actually seen either parent as of now. She hails from the town of Scuttletown, where she plays the role as the town's protector. On and off. Scuttletown's mayor is an idiot. Shantae herself is a professional dancer and a powerful magician, able to pull off various kinds of magic and even shapeshift through the means of spells that are incited through her dances. Shantae is considered tomboyish and even considers herself as a bad role model, what with her bad temper and fashion sense. Despite that, she's very caring to those she loves most, and even gave up her chance to be a full-fledged genie just so she wouldn't have to leave her friends and uncle behind. As a fighter for Smash, Shantae would very easily be a quick-moving fighter with a lot of mobility. She'd have 2 jumps, and would actually have access to all movement options, as we see her be able to do so in her games. When she wall jumps and wall clings, however, she would quickly transform into her monkey form, as she does need to be in this form while performing these actions. Performing. 'Cause she's a dancer. Anyways. Shantae's jab should be obvious to anyone who's played even one of her games. It would be a single hit attack in the form of her hair whip attack. While it is only a one-hit jab, it's a jab that can be spammed, and would pretty much work like it does in her games. Actually, I should mention that I am treating Shantae a little bit like Mega Man. Where Mega Man has his basic buster attack for a lot of his attacks, Shantae will have her hair whip attack for a lot of her attacks. Her dash attack would be a quick lunging elbow attack, which is an attack we see her do in her first game on the Game Boy. It's an attack that can be used when she acquires the cuffs. Her side tilt would be another hair whip attack. It would have longer range than her jab, but it would not be as spammable. Her up tilt would be a backflip kick. This is another move we see her use in her first game after she receives the boots. And her down tilt would also be a hair whip, just this time while she's crouching, just like she does in her games. It's another attack that can be spammed, and it can even trip foes. Now for her smash attacks, I thought this could be where her transformations could be implemented. For all 3 smashes, she could do specific dances that she charges for the attack. Then when the attack is released, that's when she transforms to release a quick attack from her animal transformation, then quickly change back to her human form once the attack finishes. For Shantae's side smash, it could have her change into her elephant form, then charge straight forwards. This attack would hit hard, and Shantae would have super armor while she's the elephant, but it would have a lot of end lag since she needs to change back. Her up smash would have her change into her spider form, and she would shoot a web ball straight upwards into the air that dissipates as it reaches its peak. This attack would actually work similar to Snake's up smash, where it actually goes higher the longer the attack is charged. Again, it would have a bit of end lag. And her down smash would have her turn into her crab form, where she would snap with both claws on both sides of herself 3 times, with the 3rd hit being the launching hit. Shantae's neutral air and forward air would actually be the exact same, both in the form of her hair whip attack, allowing her to move and attack just like she does in her games. These attacks can also be spammed. Her back air is going to have to be your first improvised attack, and it would be a quick twirling roundabout kick, similar to Ryu's back air, but it would look a little flashier. Her up air would be a multi-spin attack with her arms out and her hair twirling above. This is actually another attack she could learn in her first game, but she required the tiara to use it. It was also an attack that could only be used after she performed the elbow charge, but we'll just let her use it normally for Smash. And for her down air, I'm actually torn between 2 ideas. The first idea could be an angled downward spinning drill kick, which is the final basic attack she learns in their first game after acquiring the sash. The other idea that I have could have her quickly transform into her elephant form, then fly straight down, slamming into the ground and dealing big damage to anybody she hits. It could also be a spiking attack, and it would have super armor as the elephant, just like for her forward smash attack. But this attack would have very slow startup since she needs to transform, and a lot of end lag since she needs to change back after landing. The drill kick is simpler, but the elephant sounds more interesting. I don't know, either would be cool. Shantae would have an average grab range using both of her arms. Her pummel would be a knee jab. For her forward throw, it would have Shantae spin the opponent like how you twirl a dance partner, then she would hip check them forward. Her back throw would have her trade places with the foe while they both spin, then she kicks them away. Her up throw could just have Shantae kick the opponent upwards, and then her down throw would have Shantae dance on top of her foe, and then end it with a strong stomp.
Talk about breakdancing.
So I'm actually going to be doing things a bit out of order today, and I'm going to be talking about Shantae's gimmick before I talk about her specials, as I really won't be able to talk about her specials without bringing up the gimmick first. As I stated at the beginning, despite only being Half-Genie, she's still a very powerful magician, being able to do a wide variety of magic spells. But just like almost every other video game that has your character use magic, she does have a magic bar that will deplete whenever she uses a spell. So I think for Smash, Shantae could have a magic meter as well, one that hovers above her character icon at the bottom of the screen. Having magic in the meter will change how certain moves, or even how Shantae performs as a whole. Using any of Shantae's special attacks will deplete the meter, and it will vary depending on which attack is used. Her specials still can be used even if her meter is empty or if you don't have enough magic for the move, but they'll just be much weaker is all. The meter will charge by itself. It will recharge about 5% of its magic a second. If the meter is fully charged, all of her hair whip based attacks will do slightly more damage than normal and move slightly faster. And that's the basic premise of her magic meter. Now I'll explain the magic attacks she can use that will utilize the magic meter. For Shantae's neutral special attack, she could use her Mirror magic spell. Mirror is a spell that reflects projectiles in our games, so it could work exactly the same way for Smash. If the button is held down, the mirror will stay out. All projectiles will be reflected by the mirror, and Shantae will take reduced knockback from any non-projectile based attacks. If you do keep the shield out, it will drain 20% of the magic meter each second it's active. So if you use the mirror attack when Shantae has no magic, it can no longer remain out while the button is held down, but instead the shield will only appear for a split second. Just enough time to reflect your projectile with proper timing, but that's it. For Shantae's side special, it could be her fireball attack. She'd shoot a fast-moving, long-range fireball that travels straight forward horizontally. Shooting a fireball would consume 10% of the magic meter, but if Shantae has less than 10% of magic in the meter, the fireball would only travel a very short distance, and it would be very slow and pathetic. Shantae's up special could have her transform into her harpy form. It would be almost similar to Villager's up special in terms of mobility and control. She can move freely left and right, and she'd gain height by pressing the B button again to have her flap her wings. She would remain in harpy form for up to 5 seconds, or until she flaps her wings 10 times, whichever happens first. Shantae would actually be able to attack while in harpy form with her talons. If you press the A button while the harpy, she would do a quick talon swipe that covers her lower front, so her feet would swipe from directly in front to directly below. However, using the claw swipe consumes 25% of the magic meter, and if you try using it again when Shantae doesn't have enough magic, she'll attack, but then immediately transform back to normal and go into freefall. And for Shantae's down special, it would work just like how Cloud's down special works. When the magic meter is not full, Shantae will just dance in place, and this will make the meter charge much faster. Let's say that it'll charge about 10% of the meter per second. If you use the down special when the magic meter is full, however, instead of dancing, Shantae would use her pike ball spell. 3 pike balls would circle Shantae very quickly and do small flinching damage to any opponent that gets hit by them. They would also neutralize projectiles. The pike balls, however, could not be turned off. They stay out until they drain the magic meter to empty, and they drain 10% of magic a second. All basic attacks can still be used while the pike balls are out, but her neutral, side, and down specials cannot be used while the pike balls are active. She can still use her up special to transform into the harpy, but she won't be able to use her talon attack. I think it would be hilarious if Shantae's Final Smash could have her arch enemy, Risky Boots, show up out of nowhere and start attacking. The area below the lowest point of the stage would start flooding with rushing water, kinda like when the Leviathan is summoned on the Midgar stage, or the basic water hazard on the Jungle Jape stage. And of course, anyone who gets caught in the water will be washed away. But that's not all, of course. Risky's pirate ship would appear in the background of the stage and begin bombarding the entire stage with cannon fire. Shantae herself would not be active during this final smash. In fact, she would actually go to the background and deal with Risky herself, leading Shantae to defeat Risky and making her retreat, which is when the final smash would end. So, quite humorously, Shantae's strongest attack would end of her own accord because she's trying to save everyone from Risky Boots. For Shantae's colors, I actually didn't need to work very hard on this one, because WayForward already made costumes for us. Back when the Smash 4 fighter ballot was going on, WayForward really pushed for everyone to vote for Shantae, and they even made some alts for her for if she got in. Two of them here are a little too samey though, so I added some other ones instead of those. But that aside, we have the blue alt, which I don't think is a direct reference to anything, it's just there to have a blue color. But it was later made as an option for backers of Half-Genie heroes to use in the game, so there's that. There's this alt with red hair, white skin, and a purple outfit, which are the colors of Nega Shantae, which is a state that Shantae takes when her magic and mind get corrupted by evil magic. This green hair and skin alt with a purple top and black shorts, as a reference to the character Roddy Tops, a zombie who was friends with Shantae. This alt with Shantae in her jammies. Yep, just her jammies. And an alt that has Shantae wear her personal pirate gear, an outfit she wore on occasion in Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. As for the other alts, there's actually quite a bit to do for Shantae to make this easy. She could wear her beach outfit, she has a ninja outfit, and she could even wear the outfit where she dons the uniform of Paddy Wagon from the game Mighty Switch Force, another WayForward title. For Shantae's stage entrance, it could have Shantae fly in with her best friend Sky on top of Wrench, Sky's feathered companion. Wrench could fly in from the background, and Shantae would jump off as Wrench flies past the stage into the foreground. This is a clear reference to how Shantae would move from level to level in Shantae Half-Genie Hero. For taunts, Shantae's first could have her hold up a magic lamp above her head while doing a little jig, a reference to what she does in Shantae and the Pirate's Curse whenever she needs to collect dark magic. Her second can just have her yell, "Get ready to walk the plank, you landlubber," or something along those lines in a very dorky or cringy way, in reference to how she tries to get into the whole pirate motif in Pirate's Curse, but Risky just kept knocking her for it. And her final taunt can just have her turn into a blobfish and just flop around. Yes, a blobfish. Because it's hilarious, and you can't convince me otherwise. And finally, for Shantae's winning animations. One could have Shantae do a quick dance and then end off in her end stage pose that we see her do in Shantae Half-Genie Hero. Her second can have her floating while spinning in circles, then land and end on a pose, in reference to her victory animation in her first Shantae game on the Game Boy Color. And her final pose can have her doing another kind of dance, then ending off in a more majestic kind of pose. And that's it for Shantae's potential as a Smash character, and as you can see, she has a lot of it. I know there's a lot of people that think Shantae has no chance since she's already been confirmed as a spirit, but I really don't think that characters being shown as spirits deconfirms them as from being fighters. I still think it's fair game. And even if she can't make it in for this game, maybe she can be a fighter in a future game, or maybe she won't. At least we can still enjoy her in her own amazing games. If you'd like to see your favorite character be given a possible Smash moveset, leave a comment down below, or let me know on Twitter at BrawlFan1 on Twit. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching!